Welcome back to our devotional video for today. Today we are continuing through the Ten Commandments. As we begin the year, we're looking at catechism stuff. It's a great thing to be in constantly. In fact, the small catechism is supposed to be used in the house. It's supposed to be taught by the spiritual heads of the house, the parents or the grandparents or whoever the leader is. And so this is just a great opportunity to go through this, ourselves. And so today we are doing the second commandment. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. And I think this is one of those commandments that's not as straightforward. I think, the fourth commandment, honor your father and mother, that is straightforward. Shall not steal, shall not murder, shall not commit adultery. Straightforward. But misusing the name of the Lord your God, it's a little bit deeper than I think just, okay, so I shouldn't say OMG when something scares me. It's a little bit deeper than that. Getting at understanding who God is and the fact that his name is holy. This is something that Jesus teaches in the Lord's Prayer. Hallowed be your name. Holy is your name. And remember, holy, as we've talked about in our Read Scripture challenge that we just finished, means set apart. It's set apart from everything else. And so, when we use God's name, he's giving us the opportunity to use his name. And we should use it in a way that is bringing him praise. Pray, praise, and give thanks. So when you're singing at church, when you're praying to him, when you're thanking him for what he's given you, but it shouldn't just be used flippantly. It shouldn't just be used like a common word, or even worse, like a curse word or something. God's name is higher than that. And I think this commandment gets at understanding just the relationship that we have with God. I think as I was preparing for this devotional video, one of my professors at seminary came to mind. And he talked about, I won't go into what we were specifically learning, but talked about how often we think about God as just a cosmic vending machine. God, I want this. I want this. Give me this. I'll punch in the buttons and, give me the ding-dongs or the ho-hos or the Skittles or whatever. And that's not who God is. God is higher than us. He's holy. He's completely set apart from everything that we experience. We can't even understand it. And so we need to understand that along with that. His name is to be used in a way that honors him. That doesn't just, well, God, I want this, or God, this didn't go my way, so I'm just going to use your name however I want. But his name has been we've been given the ability to put his name on our lips. We're to honor that. In fact, going back to Old Testament times when Moses was before God, or when God came before Moses in the burning bush, Moses wanted to know his name. Well, there's a lot of belief that back in like ancient times, if you knew the name of a god, you had power over them. And so the fact that God does give us his name is a privilege. Not that we have power over him, but we are to use that name appropriately, right? And that's Luther's thing. It's not that we can't use God's name, it's just use it appropriately. Use it to bless God and to thank God, not to drag it through the mud of demands or cursing or, when we don't get our way. So just some, just some thoughts on the second commandment. It's an important reminder to go through these things and to kind of check against our life. Okay, how have I been feeling this way? And how can I strive to do better? That's what the Ten Commandments are for. It's a mirror showing us how we failed and a guide to show us how to live better as Christians. So I pray that this is a good journey for you going through these commandments through the catechism, and God bless your day.